I love my mom, but man, she hated so much back then. If like my mom was a car, it was like reverse and hate. That was the two transmission options. What kind of insurance premiums are you paying over in Florida?
Yeah, for sure. You build a house in Florida, the bank's just like,
You sure? Hey, what are you saying?
I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm tired of your fucking water debate. Just go fill up the water from the fucking tap like a grown man.
Disgusting.
That's because you go to the gym, so your body is like thinking, gotta run. I have to run from the lion. That's what you're
30 minutes before my eyes open, I'm already awake.
That doesn't make any sense. Welcome back.
Is it our faces, you think, that people want to disagree with things that we say?
No. I think it's completely the content we're talking about.
Because some person commented on the Taco Bell cheese thing that it like grade C Canadian beef or whatever.
Yeah.
Someone's like, no, it's better than America. I'm like,
I guess I'm missing these comments because, like, is that like on TikTok? Where was that?
No, it's on YouTube. I'll friggin' pull it up right here.
What a jerk off, eh? Tell him to fucking relax.
Is it our faces, man? It says,
honestly,
first of all, he started the comment with wrong, comma. First, like, wrong.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Canada has better food than U.S. No added chemicals and poisons. 100% try compare ketchups and Fruit Loops or anything else. So this dude's like, hey, compare the worst foods, Fruit Loops. Who the fuck gives a shit about your goddamn Fruit Loop quality in your country, okay? You Fruit Loop.
Thanks, Dr. Douche. What the fuck is going on with this guy?
If you're listening to this podcast, just know that we don't welcome your opinion.
No opinion. We give only expert opinions.
We know stuff.
We're experts.
If you knew stuff, you'd do stuff. Guess what? You didn't.
You didn't. He ain't doing anything.
You just didn't.
I like that thing I sent you where it's just like podcast equipment should be like buying a gun. Like it should be a longer process. You shouldn't be able to just buy a bunch of shit.
Why? Why is that? Why are
it's
you
just
saying
there's too many podcasts, you know?
I hate that you said that.
Yeah,
you know what?
I
There's
guess.
too much of everything. You think rice companies like, actually, you know what? Let's not throw this jasmine on the market because there's too much jasmine.
There actually
How
isn't
about everybody
that many...
just shut the fuck up? All right?
There isn't even that many types of rice.
How about people, you're an Android user? How many Samsung Galaxy S, how many the fucks are there?
What about iPhone? iPhone 75, dude.
16. I know exactly how many. All I got to do is go to the website. They tell you exactly how many they've made. 16.
I think there was a few secret ones they didn't count in there in that math.
Well, they just started at 3.
Yeah, for sure. Because there was no iPhone 1, 2, 3. Those are like the prototypes.
We're pretty much on iPhone 13.
Yeah, I like it. I'm not going to buy one, though, still.
No iPhone?
I tease myself. I edge myself with the iPhone just to get you in the zone, you know?
Yeah, there's nothing good about Android phones.
I disagree.
It's just a known fact.
I don't know. They wouldn't be in a market if there was nothing good about them.
Well, no, it makes sense that they are, right? Because they're like, hey, you know what? People need cheaper phones. And that's what it is.
Do you know that the Android flagship phones are more expensive than the Apple phones?
Yeah, but you know why Android has more of the market? Is because they offer cheaper phones. You dumbass.
I'm a dumbass.
So premium phones, I bet Apple sells more premium phones than Samsung
Apple doesn't have a non-premium phone. They only just have those 3 fucking phones.
Bingo.
But they don't really change anything from phone to phone. Whereas in Samsung, it's a whole new cat and fucking dance, dude.
It's not, though. Like,
I don't think so.
I know for a fact that everybody using an Android phone is like pretty much living their life as though they're an amputee.
Honestly, yeah, I think a lot of us are depressed.
You're just missing shit.
We're missing out on the group chats. Well, no, they changed it.
It's not even a conversation. You realize that? Like when you're like, oh, no, there's things that are... There isn't. Think about this. Why would Samsung... They're like, hey, we'll fold the phone. You could look at the moon. You could... how about you just do what we want and be an iPhone? That's all we want, Samsung, is for you to be an iPhone. Why don't you say, hey, guys, Samsung Galaxy iPhone 2. That's all. We would buy that.
This summer, Samsung iPhone.
It's not even a conversation. I don't even. We used to chat about it, but like maybe it's just not. You ever open an Android phone when you open it? Unless it's Google, there's a billion icons. You could be in Korea. You have no idea what these icons are.
Koreans
like,
don't even...
I don't have 10 fridges I got to interact with here, Samsung.
Yeah, Koreans don't even use Samsung.
What the
they
fuck
use
is
iPhones.
Bixby? Who in their mind thought Bixby was going to be a thing? Tell you
It
what,
is a thing.
Anto. Nobody.
You're just mad.
You don't use it ever.
I never used Big once, I don't think. Not once. I've actually disabled that more often than I've used it.
Siri sucks, but it's still usable. You know?
Okay. Oh, get the box water in you, dog.
Dude, box water. Whenever they want to sponsor us. Actually, I got to move off the box waters.
Why? What's wrong with it? What's cardboard's causing fucking dick cancer or something?
No, cardboard gives you bigger dick, but it's just easier.
Almost spit out my coffee, you fucking
It's just
jerk.
easier to get like I need an actual water cooler
I need
in
to
my
go
house.
raid some recycling bins. I'm gonna start chewing on cardboard instead of fucking jerky. Imagine that was like the
Why
new
are you
fucking.
chewing on jerky?
I'm just chewing on shit.
Trying to make
dude.
my dick bigger, dude.
Yeah, anything. Hummingbird wings, rhino horns, dude. Whatever it is.
I'm gonna get an actual water cooler.
Did you? Oh, like a Culligan?
Yeah, but glass from fucking
Okay.
rural Ontario.
Seems really breakable. So like, if that thing tips over,
Well, you have a cat, so I understand exactly what you saw in
like,
your head.
yeah, I just see the cat and the thing smash everywhere.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen in your place for sure.
Is that just being Italian, do you think? Because, like, I go there, too. Because I went into my wife's, Nana's house, or
Yeah.
the office. She had one of those water coolers. It was glass. I was like, yeah, you know what? That satisfies every single thing I want.
Is there not another option for you? Like, is there not just get a Brita filter for the tap?
Brita's not good for you.
So what is Culligan? Like, what
Next.
magic stream are they?
Next.
Next?
It's just spring water. It's just natural spring water. No filtration.
All right. Next.
The problem with Britas is this. I'll tell you, okay?
Okay.
Take a seat. Pull up a seat here.
Yeah, sure. Please, sir.
Problem
More.
with Brita filters is they never get changed. It's just stale, sitting in the fucking fridge.
Wait, the
Britas can actually give you a bacteria infection.
So the problem is, in fact, the changing of the filter.
Yeah, I think so.
So fucking change it.
You think the data exists because it's fake?
Do you need another appliance in your place that you like? I don't think you have a lot of space in your kitchen.
I got enough for a water cooler.
Where's it going to even go beside the like where the laundry is?
Eventually in the toilet. That's where it's going to end up.
All right, man. Fucking whatever.
You don't
makes
want a water
happy.
cooler in your house?
I think eventually you're going to be somebody who has a fucking backpack of water on that you're just one of those fucking bladders, dude.
Hey, what are you saying?
I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm tired of your fucking water debate. Just go fill up the water from the fucking tap like a grown man.
Disgusting. Do you drink tap water?
Every day of my life.
Gross.
That's gross.
Dude, in the Sioux, it's fine. Back when we were fucking growing up in the 90s.
Wait, so you're saying the tap water's bad?
Yeah. You don't think so, eh? Dude, I wish I fucking lived where you lived. I wish. I wish I could get up every day and just fucking Men in Black anything I've ever known about nothing. That's what you're doing. I could see literally the emotion changing in your eyes as you're reading this. Now he's stroking the beard.
I don't see anything bad, honestly.
They put tons of fluoride in the water because the general assumption is to keep your teeth healthy. They're like, well, just put fluoride in the water. Fluoride is not good to ingest. The amount of water you need to ingest per day, I can't fucking trust the tap as a reliable source.
Okay, let me tell you something that's a fact. If it's bad for you, the amount I'm drinking over here, like the watering whole amount I'm consuming, something will be wrong with me right now already by now.
I don't think you know how stuff works.
So I just 10 years from now, you're
So
saying?
you think the Grand Canyon just appeared there, my friend? It's over time, buddy.
That's what I'm saying, though.
You want to
For
be
the amount
70 and they're like, hey, guess what? Everything you were doing the whole time, shouldn't have been doing it. I'm pretty much waking up and monitoring the shit. Like, I see a guy and I'm like, yeah, I don't want that.
Just
I'm monitoring, dude. I'm fucking monitoring.
so you want to be the healthiest person at 70.
I want to feel like this at 50 years old.
Wow, I'm not on that path.
No. The last episode was literally us just going through your fucking kitchen nightmares.
But that was when I was younger. I don't
We
do
pretty
that
much
shit
diagnosed you having colon cancer last episode at some point. I literally woke up today with like a stomach ache because Eggo waffles were on sale.
Oh, yeah, here we go. You went back.
And I did it, and I shouldn't have done it.
A whole box?
Not in one sitting.
I might go buy Eggo waffles today, though. You said that. There you go. That's product placement right there.
Yeah, that's not bad.
You fucked me, dude.
What is it about them?
They're crunchy as you want them to be.
You could really dial them in, too. On a nice toaster, you can dial them in.
You put Nutella on them? Am I the only person who puts
Sometimes. It's heavy with Nutella. Nutella's heavy. This podcast should be sponsored by Flow Water and Nutella.
Yeah, those two things. And Eggos. I would take an Eggo sponsorship.
Yeah, and 16-foot canoes.
Imagine, like, we have so many Eggos they're giving us that I just, like, make a couch out of Eggo boxes. And I'm just
That's what they used to do. I remember that all the commercials were, like, people just, like, toothpick and, like, a little door. We're obsessed with doors.
Oh, you're talking about making, like, an Eggo house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why with the doors?
Do you like a toaster strudel?
Love toaster strudels.
Yeah, I don't mind them, really. Jam.
How do you feel about Chicago mix?
Chicago mix.
Chicago mix. I had my first bowl of Chicago mix last night ever in my life.
What the hell? Like chips?
Chicago mix is like cheddar popcorn with caramel popcorn mixed in. Like
yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
Never had that.
Chicago really, really wants to be like New York. You know how they had like New York pizza? They're like, but what about Chicago? No, like, nobody
dish.
Asked.
It's upside down, brother.
Nobody asked. What happened there? You all right?
Yeah, I just woke up. The engines are starting.
Looked like you were trying to start a hot air balloon there.
Yeah, it's just like everything's firing right now all at once. You know, you got me.
I appreciate you took a shower.
Yeah, for nobody. Like I could have just came in this fucking room. I didn't have to shower at all.
You look clean though. You know.
Thanks, man.
You got a regimen on that coffee sips. It's like you're sponsored by Coffee Sips.
I'm trying to fucking get up right now. I'm not.
Is this how it is? You're like a diesel truck, 18-wheeler?
Yeah. You got to start it early before you get in. You know, you got to start that shit.
I've never resonated when people say that to me. When they're like, no, nothing.
That's because you go to the gym, so your body is like thinking, gotta run. I have to run from the lion. That's what you're
30 minutes before my eyes open, I'm already awake.
That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
That makes no sense. So you're never sleepy.
30 minutes before my consciousness is like, hey, how you doing? We talking? We working today?
Okay. So you're a fucking vampire, dude. That's what you are.
I've come to a horrible realization.
Tell me.
I'm just a lazy piece of shit, man. I'm just battling myself. You ever just battle yourself?
Yeah, no, I'm also the product of your laziness as well.
What's that? What do you mean by that?
Well, because we're like a team in this, but then I'm noticing like
you know I have so much more going on other than just this. Like, so I hope that this
make this a priority, dude. It's paying the bills. Get it on. Get it.
I do so much to get it on the internet.
How's the dick pill commercial? Is it fucking? Did you get it?
Yeah. So they didn't give it to me.
They noticed that you didn't need it, dude.
So listen to this. There's casting places. You go to there's like 4 casting places.
Yeah, I've seen a couple
and
of
you
those.
go into them to do the callback audition. And the callback audition is you go into a room and it's like shades of your appearance.
Okay.
So it's like brown you or black you or old you. Like it's pretty much you.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
In different ethnicities and cultures. Maybe you got a daughter today. Like they're getting different yous. So then you go in there and because I've done stand-up, the only feedback, like I'm good at reading, oh, hey, it's going good, or oh, it's not going well. That person's not even looking at me, or they're not in their face, blah, blah, blah. So for the last 5 things, I've gotten like callbacks for, and they've all been great. In the room, people laughing, they're comedy, commercial things, whatever, easy. Getting none of them. So one of the places, a comedian works for the casting place.
Yeah.
And I won't say their name. I don't know if, but I saw him at a show, and he came up to me. He's like, hey, man, you're doing great with all the callbacks. You know, it's just sometimes they just want old you, you know, or fucking brown you. And I'm like, well, paint me. I don't know what the fuck to do. Like I need in there, man. I need it.
Yeah. Well, you don't see. I think that's the problem is you don't really need dick pills. I think commercials should be tailored to more things like you need. You know.
Well, no. The psychology is you see a guy like you sees my beautiful face on television, and you don't feel as bad that your pee-pee don't work.
Okay.
They actually cast a guy better looking than me. That was the problem.
Oh,
I was like not super handsome. I was just handsome. Pretty much being an actor, it's like you're in the NHL, AHL, and you consistently get sent down. They're like, no.
You're consistently not good enough.
Yeah, never.
You're battling an uphill battle, my friend.
I got an acting teacher. It's an audition class. This motherfucker's sending curveballs. He sent the sides last night for the class at 12 midnight. Who's up reading that? Vampires?
So, like, an acting class, though, that's interesting to me. You go in there, and he's just like, be an actor? What? Like, what is that? The fucking
no, actually, you get in there, you do 5 chin-ups, hard pumps. You do 5 hard pumps.
Turns out acting class is just going to the gym.
Just go to the gym.
Just go to the gym. Be productive.
No, acting class depends who. Most acting classes are an actor who's like 6 years older than you, who is either just gonna get in and be able to kind of just work fully, or is trying to and really just auditioning for like things 2 tiers above what you're auditioning for now, or you actually go to somebody that like has casted and it's hard to find. Acting classes are like multi-level marketing fucking schemes.
Yeah. Sounds like it. Sounds like Primerica, dude.
There are a lot. Well, we can't talk bad about Primerica. That's what my dad does.
Oh, yeah, sorry. It's great.
It's also not multi-level marketing. Multi-level marketing is if you fucking hire me, I can never supersede your income. But if in Primerica, like I could make more money than my dad. So that's different. Than a literal pyramid is you can't make more money than the guy at the top. But in acting classes, most of the time you're like 2 weeks in and you're like, oh, I'm not learning anything.
Just makes me think of like a fucking you go golf lessons. So you're going to see a golf pro, but that guy's like not really even a golf pro, at a fucking golf.
Yeah, like how good can you get if this guy's not even that good?
Yeah, like I don't understand. So you're going to get training from a guy who's doing the same thing as you.
No, this guy owned a casting agency. He's casted over 200 sessions. He's been in over 200 sessions. He works with actors in Hollywood, literally gets flown to LA. So this guy's different.
All right.
And the things he says, so sometimes you go into an acting class and they're like, Meisner technique of like, if you're a bartender.
Oh, the techniques.
All these techniques. This guy, Earl, is like, throw that shit the fuck out. It's so dumb. Just read books. Know about the news, because that's all that movies are about, is like what's going on in reality, and know the life. So if like you're a garbage man and you're auditioning for a garbage man, you can't come at it with like fucking yay energy. You got to know what the thing is.
Yeah, you have to be depressed, like you beat your wife, kind of like.
Yeah, maybe you have a backstory. What the fuck is the deal? But a lot of acting classes are you just go in, you hit the lines, you're like, yo, fucking, he's over there. And then they are like, you're amazing. You're going to make it one day. And then you never make it. And then you fucking treat your kids like shit, For thousands of dollars.
Speaking of the news, Tampa Bay's it's fucking Atlantis, dude.
Dude,
Florida's having trouble, dude.
Mega hurricane.
2 of them in a row, really. 3 maybe.
Would have been a great time for the movie Twister to come out now.
Yeah, exactly. Like honestly, we're pretty fortunate being in central Canada that we're like beautiful. Well, actually in Ottawa now we got tornadoes, but besides that,
What do you mean now?
There wasn't like a regular period. Like this is the last like 4 years we've been having tornadoes, really.
How big?
Destroying townships would be considerable.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I do remember that tornado in Ottawa.
Yeah.
It feels wrong.
It feels wrong, but it's happening, dude. They're touching down.
It's a valley, so
we're speaking of tornadoes like they're fucking aliens, dude.
Yeah,
they're
like
coming
they have
down.
appointments.
They got appointments.
They have a season.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah,
Tornado Alley, like there's a whole, and it's like it's hurricane season,
and they just hang out there.
They hang out and they just ruin people's life. But also, what does that say about the people that keep building houses there? Like, why do you keep living in that specific region? Like, get the fuck out of there.
What kind of insurance premiums are you paying over in Florida?
Yeah, for sure. You build a house in Florida, the bank's just like,
You sure?
no, they're just excited. Like, okay, sick.
You build a house in Florida, the bank's like, hey, you own that. That's yours. I don't care what it costs. That's yours. We'll give you the cash. Don't associate us with this house, please.
We're writing you off as soon as you come in. Thank you, sir.
Imagine you own a bakery in Florida. You're like, well, fuck. I
Make
could
bread
ship you
out of
some
styrofoam.
I could ship you some cupcakes via 160 mile an hour winds.
It'd be cool, like, because every car should be able to transform into like a boat in Florida. Like, you have like a multi-job, you know?
Yeah,
like,
there should
it's
be a
like,
Tesla specifically for Florida. Just
like everything's a U-boat. Everything
amphibian?
in yeah, I love it. I love that.
the
idea.
Tesla amphibian.
Tesla amphibian.
That'd be great.
That's a great idea, actually. Why is that not a thing? Why are we not there yet?
Yeah, why haven't they made cars that are like tornado proof?
Yeah, everybody wants to flying cars. I want a car that fucking goes in the water, dude.
Yeah, I'm still cool with the land. You know, I'm wanting to be good on the ground.
Like, I hate that the future was represented by flying cars, because to me, that's a nightmare. Because imagine not only being in traffic on the ground, now I'm in traffic in the fucking air, dude. I'm just sitting up there.
Well, the sky shit is just because, stuff. What do you mean? You're not going to flick a cigarette out your window of fucking 20,000 feet up in the air?
Dude.
It's going to land in my pie.
We're like 3 years from cigarettes not even being real anymore.
Yeah, I know. But people, you know what? They smoke them a little bit.
They smoke them a little bit, but these fucking Zins and whatever the hell, these pillows, these fucking things people are putting in their mouths, dude.
What do you think of this? You think we could prevent accidents with magnetism if all cars were like, because you know how like certain magnets you can't fucking put them together? Why don't we got that with cars?
I think that's the idea.
What, like the next level?
I think the next level is, well, the whole point is everybody to have a Tesla, and then they'll never crash into each other. That's the whole point.
Why is society like that? Like, it's got to be one company.
Well, not at one company, but electric cars just have more sensors and shit, you know?
See, the thing I was saying about Samsung, I wouldn't hate it if it was better. Like, I'm cool with couple brands. Just Apple does it well.
Realistically, there's a discourse between you and I and phones, whereas if you just look at the
we are
world...
obsessed with phones.
There's other people who find Samsung amazing. Like, it's good.
Yeah, and I would have a verbal altercation with them as well.
I'm ready to fight them.
I would have verbal battles.
It would be funny if in public you saw, like, you're on the fucking what's it called? TRC? TAC?
What's that?
What's your subway called?
TTC.
TRC, dude.
TRC?
Sounds like some kind of drug that you're doing, just like riding.
Or like the
subway.
wrestling network. TRC.
Wait, what? The retarded network? Because that's wrestling spelled with a W, dude.
The real network.
Yo, when you turn your head like that to the side, it looked like you had frosted tips. Oh, the side, it looks like you got
Dude, look at those
frosted
tips. I actually did frost my tips once in elementary school.
Me too, brother. Me too.
Yeah. It's
Anyways,
tough,
you should just
dude.
start walking around punching people in the face that have Samsung. Try it.
Did you do well with the tips frosted?
So I was in grade 8, so there was no. What did you measure doing well? Like, I wasn't
Like,
picking
did you
up
feel
chicks.
confident? Did you feel like, hey, every day's a bit better because the tips are frosted and Nick Carter's like my guy?
I didn't realize who I was until fucking first year university. So I don't
I thought you
think
were gonna
doing
say
well.
till yesterday. That would have been
No.
nice. That would've been good.
Doing well is up for interpretation of what
Hey,
that
next
means.
time make that sentence funnier. Say yesterday. Try it again.
Okay.
You didn't like that.
No, I don't know how to do that, dude. I don't. My brain doesn't work like yours. Apparently, your brain is perfect and mine's fucking dumbass.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm up 30 minutes before I awake. Perfect. You're
I'm
emotional.
I'm fucking sweating again.
Emotional sweats.
Yeah.
Sweating again.
You ever?
Yeah.
have
No
you ever
no one's had the first sweat. I'm sweating again. Yeah.
Well, somebody's had the first sweat.
When do you think your first sweat was?
Do you know what you never see? A baby sweating. I've never once seen a baby sweat.
Those motherfuckers are pretty calm, cool, and collected.
And they're like wrapped up like little fucking burritos, dude.
They only sweat when they cry into a sweat.
I still have never seen a baby sweat. 0 to 6 months, sweatless.
Yeah, they are sweatless.
I miss those days when I wasn't completely covered in a fucking carpet, like of hair.
Yeah, what happened? When did that happen for you? Grade 4?
Somebody sent us a message.
They just thought you were the son and the dad in the class.
Somebody sent us a message.
Oh, what they
on the
say
on the Insta.
I also hate Taco Bell.
Yeah. Yeah, they said that, and then they also said, "Can we do a fundraiser where Antonio, if we reach a certain goal, he has to wax his chest and stomach on Instagram Live?"
Wow. I don't think that would be enjoyable for anybody.
Not even me, actually.
No. Isn't that kind of funny how guys are like, "Hey, hurt yourself for me"?
I like how you knew that was a guy too. There's no way it was a woman who said that.
No. A woman would have been like, "Hey, can you guys not be so aggressive to each other? Love you."
Honestly, yeah, that's what a lot of people do say. They say that you're bullying me.
I don't care what they say.
Neither do I. They don't know the dynamic of our relationship. Turns out I enjoy being bullied.
Do you feel bullied? Bullied.
No, I don't know what that means, being bullied.
You know what it means. Yeah, get the cooler in, water cooler in.
I literally carry around a Culligan water cooler.
Get that tap fluoride in there.
Is Culligan? So my buddy has a water cooler, but it's not the one with the jug on top. It's like built. I don't know what that is. Is it built into the water line?
I don't know everything about water coolers just because now I want one in my life.
Well, I'm just saying, consider that before you get a big glass breakable fucking water fountain in your.
No, it's
your
got to
apartment.
be glass, dude. You can't have plastic.
But his is a water cooler without the water cooler. You don't get it.
What? Yeah, get that typing going.
Yeah, these things right here. Avion self-cleaning bottleless water coolers.
Avion self-cleaning
Avalon.
bottleless.
Avalon bottom loading one. Oh, that's a bottom loading one. Yeah, there's
What's-
two. I guess it's filtered too, so you'll hate that. You won't even like that either.
What?
They're electric filtered water coolers. Avalon stainless. I'll send you the.
So they're
fucking-
pumping electricity through the water?
I
I've
think
been
it
seeing a lot
connects-
of grounding lately. A lot of old ladies talking about grounding.
What do you mean, like falling and breaking their hips? What?
No. Like
Oh, that's not what you meant.
like electricity. They're grounding electricity.
So there's an old lady. I don't get it. What do we say?
They're like plugging in blankets to the wall and they're grounding themselves and like, you got to ground. You got to ground.
If there's a place where I only see old people is on the ground. I don't see them doing anything other than that.
It's true. Actually, the gym should be littered with oldies.
Well, there is the old men in there with like where they're in the change room sticking their cock in your face.
They're just there to have a chat, you know?
Yeah, but like, why is the chat with you in the Captain Morgan's pose? You know, in my face.
They stare a lot to the old guys.
What are they staring at?
I think they're just looking at like what it used to be like. You know?
The remembrance of what their body used to be like.
Yeah, I think they
I
just
used to be
they're
like you, young man.
They're like, wow, that looks good.
I want to get to the point where I could say young man to somebody and be confident about it, you know?
You can
Young
say it
man.
now. It might make people a little uncomfortable, but you can work into
I don't
it.
think. Imagine if you went up to somebody who's like 17 years old, and be like, "I remember back in my day." young
Oh,
man."
that's the kind of young man.
Yeah, like no.
Do you think you could confidently say it to somebody who's like 17?
I don't want to talk to anybody who's 17.
Got it. I mean, sometimes it feels like you should be bullied.
Yeah,
Little
it does.
bit.
It does. Jesus Christ, dude! I'm
What's going on?
glazed.
You're getting
I'm
a
glazed
glaze?
like a donut.
You can't see it though.
Oh, you can't? You don't
No.
notice?
No.
Okay,
it
good.
just yeah, actually the forehead skin you have, it's like perfect.
Leather almost.
No, it looks like fondant.
Okay,
Like
that's
perfect
nice. Like a
fondant.
gloss. Oh,
Like perfect. You know when they make the nice cake on the side and it's fucking
Cake.
perfect smooth?
can
That's
you
what your
eat
forehead looks like.
fondant? Is that edible?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you shouldn't. Have you ever had it?
No, does it taste bad? I don't know what it is.
Thick, dude.
Like thick
thick.
candy.
Not even. It's like eating a wall of sugar.
Whatever happened to fucking fruit by the foot, dude? Bring it back.
It's still around. You can get Gushers.
Yeah, but like I don't know. As an adult, you're allowed to buy those in that section of the. Are we allowed to walk in that section? of the
You
grocery store?
are just totally allowed to do that. The thing is, the feeling that you get at the counter when you have to like move on with the purchase, they're like, yeah, like no apples in here, nothing, just fucking.
Like if they
Gushers.
don't see a kid in sight, do they judge you? You know, like not a single kid anywhere.
I always tell myself a little story. Like I'm like, okay, maybe I'm bringing these home to my wife, or maybe I'm bringing these home to my family.
I would lie to the cashier. I'd be like, I got a huge family at home, you know.
But like
with
to
kids.
myself, I don't ever talk to them. I don't be like, hey, this is
You don't
for my
talk to the
kids.
cashiers?
Try not to.
Oh man, those are the people who bring joy into your life.
Into your life.
In my life, yeah. Sorry, I meant my life, not
Yeah.
your life.
I talk to them if they're older. I don't talk to them if they're younger.
Okay.
Because the younger ones literally don't even make eye contact with you.
Yeah, and they're drinking bottled water, which they're not even with the program.
Those people should be called young man. Excuse me, young man.
Please. No grocery store ever relives the experience of fucking the Dane Cook movie where he's at the fucking the Costco.
Imagine there was grocery stores where like really amazing, good-looking women like Jessica Simpson worked at there.
Yeah.
In what reality?
In what reality is she a cashier at a fucking Sam's Club or whatever it is?
Yeah, in what version of the world is being that good-looking only affords you the ability to be a cashier?
Why can't I remember the name now?
Employee of the month.
Employee of the month. Fuck.
Jack Shepard's in there.
Yeah, you remember when Dane Cook was just a movie star for a brief period of time?
Dane Cook would have given his whole life just to keep that reality going forever, you know?
Look at Dane Cook.
That like 5 years?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Trusted his brother, stole all his money.
How does that make you feel?
I wouldn't even be mad, honestly, if somebody stole all my money. I'd be like, fucking whatever, start over, I guess.
You wouldn't be mad.
If it was you, yeah, I'd be fucking pissed.
Why?
I don't know. I'd wake up and I'd be like, yeah, fucking Cheech stole all my money, that piece of shit, you know? Every day, though. Every fucking day. I'd wake
just
up.
be mad in the morning.
Well, you heard the story with him, right? That's what he said. He felt like he woke up one day and he's like, oh, I think my brother stole all my money, and then he did.
Yeah. You know what that's called?
Getting bullied?
Being an idiot.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you don't just wake up one day having that feeling. That means that you've been feeling like that.
That means he was stealing your money for years.
For years, dude.
Also, who are you? Why are you trusting people with that,
Yeah.
you know? I'm not trusting anybody. The key to my house.
It's not that you're not trusting anybody. It's just I'm not trusting anybody to the level where, like, my involvement is zero. You know? Like, hey, my money, all you. Don't tell me nothing, please, forever. What? Who wants that? In what world is that a good... That's pretty much like Dane Cook says, hey, love ya, steal from me, please, whenever you have a chance. Why would you do that? Dude, have you watched this documentary about the Menendez brothers?
No, okay, what's going on here? I keep seeing it pop up. Do I have to watch it? Just tell me yes or no. Don't tell me.
Can you handle it?
What? What?
Sound like a 1998 truck trying to get started.
What do you mean, can I handle it?
Can you handle it?
What am I missing here? Tell me the truth,
So
sir.
it's young man.
Please.
Tell
I
me
want
the
to
truth,
know.
young man. It's just two brothers. They killed their mom and their dad with a shotgun.
Did they deserve it?
Tricky. So there was there's two trials. So they killed their parents in 1989. And they were
wow.
20 and 18 or something. And the first trial, the boys, said that their dad was molesting one of the young brothers.
Okay.
And that this is kind of what led to the whole
Strike one.
thing, you know?
Yeah.
And then there was like cousins and family that then had testified, and a cousin who's an older woman now is like, yeah, I remember when he was a kid, he told me this was happening or whatever. So that first trial, mistrial, they had to fucking toss it out because the jury couldn't decide.
Dumb.
But
that makes no
then
sense.
that happened in, I think, June of 1994. That same year, O.J. Simpson kills his wife.
Allegedly.
No, I think now we know factually he did.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think 10 years ago, allegedly, jokingly, but now he did admit it. And
He
then
admitted
died. I think he said, I killed her, and then he died. That's pretty much how it worked. Oh, shit, it was me. God, that was it. Terrible. So because OJ got off, so the Menendez brothers was like the first trial that was about in the media, like heavily in the media. And then OJ was a big one. Rodney King those guys had got acquitted as well, like the cops that fucked up Rodney King. Okay. And it was the same judge. So the same judge did the Menendez, did Rodney King, did OJ. So this guy's not getting any convictions. So he's now getting known as like, what the fuck, dude? You're not getting any of these people who clearly did something wrong convicted. So then the Menendez brothers have a second trial after OJ. And there's like this fever pitch in society where it's like, somebody's got to go down for these things.
They got to go to jail.
Somebody's got to go to jail.
Gotcha.
So the second trial, same judge, did not allow any of the evidence of them saying we were molested. So they didn't interview any of the family. They were not able to testify any of those things, really. They just had to, like, say it themselves, and they couldn't recount it. So the jury, and some jurors are in the documentary that were like, we pretty much had a choice of, is this a crime or is it not a crime? Which is in the first one, it was it self-defense? Because imperfect self-defense is something where self-defense is, I think you're about to kill me. I believe I'm in danger, and there's reasonable cause for me to defend myself to hurt you back. Imperfect self-defense is, I believe that I am going to be hurt, and the only way to stop it is to prevent you from doing that in a matter of, like, self-defense.
Welcome back to
Welcome
Jujitsu
back.
Law. Figuring it out with Jordan.
That's why I asked you if you could handle it.
No, if I knew that you were going to say all that stupid shit, like, I am upset.
Could you handle
That was fucking 3 1/4 minute, dude. Like, fuck
Yeah.
me, bro. Fucking
Yeah.
fuck. I don't even want to watch it now. Fuck you.
Yeah,
dude.
we might. Is the episode over now?
Can you cut that out of the year? Like, that was fucking
Dude, that'll
brutal.
probably be the best part.
Were you hearing yourselves tell me that story?
Yeah, it was great.
Fuck,
That's exactly what happened.
I thought about putting myself in a closet. Turns out that's where I'm at right now. Fuck my life.
Why? Why does that make you feel like that?
I don't know, man. I was just like trying to like relate to what you were saying, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
How
is he
could,
talking
first
about?
of all, how could you relate to any of that?
I can't relate to the Menendez brothers because that didn't happen to me.
They're Colombian.
Honestly, everything my parents did to me was completely justified. Like, now that I think about it,
Yeah, you weren't even really a bad kid.
no, like I wasn't, but I was. So-
You're kind of boring as a kid.
I was a boring kid. What?
From like a parental perspective. You just
And then what does
you
that
ate
make you
everything
fucking-
they put in. You
What
ate
that
everything
makes
they
you
put in
enter-
front of you.
It made you entertaining. Like, you're destructive in every manner and capacity.
Yeah, like if we're movies, if our childhood was movies,
Yeah.
I'm like I was probably like a crime thriller.
You're probably like Ride Along with Kevin Hart and Ice Cube.
Maybe.
Yeah,
What,
pretty
what
close.
do you think you are? What do you think you are?
Fucking Kindergarten Cop, probably. Around there. Like,
What?
yeah, like somewhere around there, you know?
Your childhood was
Mildly disturbing a little bit, but like Arnold Schwarzenegger's like a kind cop.
So
that-
you didn't fit into your clothes? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Kindergarten cop.
that's kind of where I see the two, you know? Like,
So, kindergarten cop. I
fuck.
can't believe you're trying to lie to me and say that people tell you I bully you. It's you complaining to people that you fucking feel bullied.
So nobody once has ever said that to me.
I know.
But it's like
That's
from
you
the outside.
saying it to me in here.
Well, because like if you look at what's happening is like I'm taking all of the brunt of the damage that
what are you
wanna
taking?
give.
What are you
Well, it's
taking?
like whatever you say. I'm not giving you shit. I don't fucking care about that. You know, like what I
Care about what?
I got nothing to say. I got no bad things to say. I say I love you.
What?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what your problem is?
Yeah, go ahead. Add it to the list.
You're not listening to what you're
Add
saying.
it to the list.
You're not listening to what you're saying. Tell you that one. I'll tell you that for free. That one's yours.
The best things in life are the
You
people
got to
we
get
love.
rid of that.
My mom gave me this.
Yeah, which church fundraiser? That's too much. Why are moms with that?
I don't know how she's still doing the church thing. I don't get it.
Oh, you remember when you said that your mom was like, "Oh, there's a person on the side of the road. Somebody should help them."
Yeah.
Why the fuck doesn't she help?
Well, I didn't stop the car. Like she would have if I kept driving.
What would she have done?
I don't know. She would have just been like, "Hey, are you okay?" And the guy would have been like, "No."
No.
Like, no. She's not going to give them money.
Okay.
Well, she might actually. I don't know. If I ever caught her doing that, I'd slap that shit out of her hand. I'd be like, what are you doing?
Wow.
Yeah, no.
You'd
You're not
slap money out of your mom's
So
hand
I
if
was
she was
so I
trying
was
to
at the
help
grocery.
somebody?
Yeah, so I was at the. Yeah, no, they're not trying to help a homeless person. Listen, I was at the grocery store.
What's wrong
I
with
was
that?
at the grocery. No, they don't need your help
Trust me, I'll let you get the grocery store story out. Just I want to know why.
because I'm not. You're not. Nobody around me is giving somebody money on the side of the road. I'm not letting them.
Don't you find
Give-
it curious that you have a hatred for those in need?
No, give me the money. I need it. Don't give it to the one on the side of the road.
Why do you feel so passionately angry towards the needy?
Because I seen that they're just gonna grab it and go buy the stupid shit that they don't need. That's why.
I
No,
mean,
you're not helping
we
them.
kind of do the same.
Yeah,
Like if
but
I handed you $20 right now, and it was Sunday, that's
gambling,
going on a
football.
money line.
It's going on a money line.
So what's the difference?
I don't know, dude. I just don't like that. I worked for the money. I don't need it to go to somebody else.
I
It's
think
gotta
you
go
just
to me.
don't realize that because of the way we're raised, Italian people, when you're down and out in Italian, you're fucking down and you're out.
Yeah, you don't
That's
deserve
it.
to be helped. That's it.
Everybody in an Italian jail, I bet, no parole.
You know, like in Mission Impossible, when they get caught, disavowed. That's
Disavowed.
what happens.
That's
what
out.
happens when you fucking fail. Like literally, growing up, a caveat of of just everything that happened was if you
disown you.
if your name gets in the paper and you embarrass this family,
Yep.
don't think we're coming to help you.
No.
How does that make you feel as a kid? You get in
Well,
trouble. Your parents
especially
are not
when
coming to help.
it's over breakfast and this wasn't a conversation you were having.
Like I was just trying to enjoy my Nutella Eggo, and then my dad would just be like, "Antonio, if you go to jail, we're not your parents anymore."
Yeah. Yeah, literally. My mom would say that too.
Like, what do you mean? Thanks,
Or like if you got tricked by somebody,
yeah.
it's your fault.
If you got tricked, like we're young, we're multiple
Yep.
minds.
Yep.
We're influenced.
This is the easiest time to trick me.
Like, I wonder if I got molested as a kid and I told my parents, like, would they believe me? Probably not.
Horrible to think, but funny to think about you getting molested by like an older woman because you're bigger than everybody else. She's like, you
hard
felt
to
like
get
a man.
It's hard to get molested when you're a big kid, I guess.
It's hard to get molested when you have a beard. It's hard to get molested when you drive her to work. Oh my God. Yeah, they just have no. You know what I don't understand? Maybe you can explain this to me. Why is it that some Italians, their kids, it's not like it's like a team. It's like you gotta earn my thing. It's like, I'm already fucking in, eh? Like I'm your kid. Like, what do you mean earn it with you? I'm in already.
We're constantly on the cusp of being cut.
Yes. It's
you're
like a
literally-
fucking tryout for the Leafs or something.
Try out every day. Every day you're trying out to be the kid. Like, do you know I made you? I can make another one.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
Dad, you're running out of that. You can't make another one.
You're running out of
You
that.
cannot
My
carry
mom used to say,
another
I brought
kid.
you into this world, I could take you out. I'm like, there's way more ramifications to taking me out.
They thought they could just make like as many kids as they wanted. And like
Yeah.
it would be funny when the cops came because they murdered their kid. They'd be like, "What do you mean? It's my kid. I could do it." They would stand there confidently and like not hide it at all.
Well, my mom could afford to like support our life working part-time at a fucking bar. Like, what reality is that?
What bar? Misty's 50s? Like what? Where was she
Yeah,
fucking
they all
working?
worked. They all worked at like the places. My mom was a hairdresser for a little bit.
I like it. She's got
I love
elegant hair.
I love my mom, but man, she hated so much back then. If like my mom was a car, it was like reverse and hate. That was the two transmission options.
If my mom was a car, she'd be the Pope mobile, dude. Just carrying faith everywhere. White,
beautiful.
just always innocent, but she's yelling though. I don't get the two together. Like super nice but angry.
Your mom's the type of lady, like, if it was ever an option, she would never do this because she loves your father so much, but, like, if a priest was like, hey, want to have lunch? She's like, yeah. Like, Sopranos, this Carmela Soprano, where the priest is always coming over to the house?
Oh yeah, for
Like,
sure.
young Pina, that could happen to her,
Oh yeah, there was always a priest over for dinner at my place.
Of course.
She was like canvassing priests. I don't understand.
She would do the pre-screening for the church.
Yeah, like realistically, I should have been molested by a priest for how much they were in my life.
Yeah, but they just saw that you were probably too strong already. They're like, it's altar boys for a reason, because altar men are a little harder to keep quiet. And if you got this far in the podcast, I'm going to say that one on stage, all right? Just know it here. You found it here first. 44 fucking minutes in.
Altar men, dude. They're just
Harder to keep quiet.
Harder to keep quiet, dude.
Chatty Cathy's, those fucking pricks. They're like, Father Michael's got soft hands. How the hell do you know that? Really, if the priests, like, they're not even really good at the pedophile thing, the priests.
No,
There
they're
should be
trying to get caught.
There should be like a church softball team, you know? Boys love some softball. Sports.
Like you watch like during a mass, like priests are scouting, and you could see them. They're like.
I was like, and the Lord said to thee, who I want to. It's like looking. That's why the families always have to introduce themselves to the priest, because he's like, oh, good, strong.
Dude, it's the realities of pedophiles are.
What's weird is that when the priest pedophile thing comes up, it's like your fault for saying it, not their fault for doing it.
Yeah, like how are they still making people feel like guilty for bringing it up? You know.
Well, people have given money to them, you know.
Lots of money, dude. Lots. Do you know? Like, you even have a reality of how much money, or no?
Oh yeah, trillions.
Like, you were seeing the envelopes when you were a kid, like going into the basket.
How much money has your mom given to the church?
Let's not discuss.
I got a crazy beam of light on me right now. Look at this.
Yeah, it looks good.
It's gonna fuck up this shit later, I bet.
Maybe with the focusing, you know.
I could never do it. There's always visualizations in church.
Yeah. So hold on a second. We glossed over something.
Hit me.
What's going? So you're just giving homeless people like money left and right?
My Uncle John will give a homeless guy like $50 right out of his pocket.
Hey, listen here, guy. I didn't fucking say your Uncle John. I'm asking you.
Me? I'm broke as all hell, so no. But if I did,
even if you had the money, you'd give it to them?
Yeah, like when I was with Che in New York, any like little cash Che has usually gives it to like a homeless guy.
So I'm a piece of shit.
Like little bit.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll take it.
So I'm telling you right now. So you walk out of a place and you have a bunch of cash.
Don't say anything to anybody. I just keep walking.
You see a guy on the street.
Don't see him.
Don't see
him.
Wow.
Don't see him. I used to be like that, man. I got burned by a couple of different homeless guys. Like one guy, I gave him food. I got. What do you? Why?
Burned. Burned.
Yeah.
What are they like? Couldn't extend your warranty? What the hell are you talking about? Burned by a couple of homeless. Did you ask for receipts?
I just realized.
I got burned by a couple. Hey, I told you to get a Kit Kat. What the fuck is this Mr. Big shit?
I didn't get a return on my investment. You know, no. I just know a couple times where like instead of giving money, I've given food, and the guy just took the food and he threw it in the garbage. He's like, I don't want your fucking food. I want your. And I painted them all the same after that.
Yeah.
No, I don't. You're not getting it from me.
Well, because if they function properly, then yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm okay. I'm okay with being the guy who doesn't want to give them the money. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Somebody will give them the money because they're all still out there.
It's okay to be the guy that won't give them money, but your reasoning is wrong.
I just don't want to help them. That's it.
Yeah.
If that makes me a piece of shit, then so be it.
Well, actually, I don't think it makes you a piece of shit factually. I think everybody probably feels like that they don't want to help. I think you're just more like proactive with it.
I'm vocal about it. I'll tell you. I'm not going to hide. But I'm telling you, I'm in the same lineup of cars and nobody else rolling down their windows, so.
Well, I mean, in fact, the opposite.
What do you mean? Oh yeah, sorry, rolling whatever it is.
People are rolling that shit up.
Yeah, they're rolling it up for sure. That's like the fuck you to like.
It's this move.
A homeless person.
The guy's like, you're the car. You're like,
you're trying to look anywhere but at the guy that you're fucking.
You look any fucking place.
You're trying to like not be there at that moment. Hopefully
well, I'll do a little thing. I'll do a little thing in my mind where it's this, okay? And maybe this is my version of what you're doing. But like, I'm pretty sure some of the homeless people, like that's what they do. Like they have that corner, and like,
well, yeah, like they make a lot of money. They make
a
lot of money.
But I think some of them are like, you know, like you see a guy, his leg is 3 times the size. You're like, you're in trouble. You're in trouble.
So you can see. So you're trying to fucking distinguish between like what do they got, you know?
Like I don't think you should just blindly anybody asks. But if you see a guy who's like smells like he just dipped himself in a piss shower, probably help him out.
I'm saying if they're doing it for a job, there's no room for advancement in this company.
Yeah, if it looks like they have an Android phone in their pocket. Can't do it.
If they pull out a pack of cigarettes, I'm out.
Yeah. Would you smoke with them?
I have smoked with them.
Yeah, sometimes you do.
Like back when I used to go out to the bars, you go outside and you smoke a cigarette. They'd just be there. Hey, can I give them a cigarette? You want a cigarette?
well,
Sure, here you go.
Yeah.
Didn't care about that, but I'm not giving them money, dude. It's mine. I'm sorry.
Yeah, why do you care so much about the money?
I don't know, because I feel like I'm on the cusp of just being one of those people for no reason. Like that's
What
an
an
Italian thing.
insane-
Yeah, that's Italian though. That's the Italian in me. Like you're so close. Like growing up with my parents is like we're always on the cusp. We could just
so
the world is
close.
over. Yeah, the world could be over, like in your life. You're one mistake away from being a fucking homeless person. Why'd they raise me that way?
I think Italians are nihilistic.
Is that the word? Nihilism?
Is that the word?
So I'm nihilistic?
The rejection of all religious or moral principles and the belief of meaninglessness. Yeah, I think they have some of that meaninglessness. I don't think they reject all principles. Not nihilistic. What is it? Cynical?
Always afraid of being homeless. I can't write that.
It's not like a phobia, man.
Why can't I ever stop being
My
fearful?
mom's thing was someone's going to take you. Because, like, remember back in the 90s, like, kidnappings were a thing?
What?
Like, kidnappings. John Benet Ramsey, kids would get kidnapped when we were kids. That was, like, a problem.
Not in where we grew up.
Not where we grew up, but in the world. Like, that was a thing. Like, children, the candy.
Oh, is that important, really? Like, doesn't it matter just where you're... Aren't you just supposed to focus on where you are? Not
What are you
the
talking
whole
about?
World?
I love how you get Buddhist sometimes in the episode. You're like, aren't you supposed to focus? No, I'm saying my mom was always like, don't let anybody take you. She was always filling my head with true crime. It was never like just go to school. It was like, okay, when you're at school, the possibility of being raped is high.
A high
What
possibility of...
fuck?
What? Again
What
with
the
the
hell?
hard E. Hard
She's like,
E on
hey,
the-
if you're out in the parking lot there at the school, somebody pulls up with a van, don't go to them. Like, what? I wasn't even thinking that. That wasn't even on my mind.
Like, I feel like they had just no confidence in how they raised us. So they're just insecure, our parents. Because they're constantly telling us not to do these things that they told us not to do.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Like, they raised us, don't get into vans with strangers, but then they constantly were like, hey, don't do that. But you already told me, Mom. I learned once.
Yeah, like when does the learning stop? When do I actually know?
You know what I knew? When to shut the fuck up. That's for sure.
One time I was actually at a park and these guys to like put a prank on me. It was in the Sioux. They pulled up in a van and they yelled, "Get him!" And then they ran out of the van and they were joking.
That's not good.
It was scary.
That's scary. That's not real. I mean, that's not fake.
Yeah, it was scary.
Because, like, were they joking because they thought they were going to get caught? Like, it's, you know what I mean? Because in that moment,
I was
don't
just
think-
literally on a swing and they rolled up really fast. I was like, "Get him!" And then I was like, "Oh my God!" Literally in my head, it's like, "Wow, my mom's right." As if she's just right. Why'd she let me out here? If she knew,
never-
she knows. She's been telling me.
Oh, man. Just a constant, just little space between you and danger is there all the time.
I would say the only reason I'm ever thinking negative stuff is probably because my parents. Like, I generally have a concerned outlook.
Well, yeah, you told me you walk around and you're kind of like shifty about who's around you. You know, like I walk around with completely oblivious to what's happening.
Sometimes I'm like, what's going on over here?
Yeah, I probably. That's kind of why I miss longboarding. Whenever I was longboarding all the time, you have a weapon with you constantly.
Just a board?
A big board, heavy board.
The balance. I can't balance like that.
That's why you should never fuck with like a skateboarder, like somebody who first of all, they're tough as fuck because they're falling all the time on their body, and they have a weapon.
Yeah.
Like security guards confidently approaching a skateboarder who's grinding on rails outside their establishment. Like, dude, what are you doing? Get out of there, bro. Like,
You don't
have
think that's a
pepper
good
spray.
altercation?
No, you're losing every time. You're never winning against a skateboarder because they're
Pepper spray's-
slippery too. They
Pepper
can
spray is a
fucking-
pretty good weapon.
Maybe, yeah. I've seen bear spray work. It works.
Weird that they've never taken pepper spray and applied it to actual pepper. You want me to spray some of that black pepper on that pasta or what? I can hit you from the kitchen, dude. They never ever,
Never ever, dude.
never ever went.
Imagine that. Somebody's like, oh, I wish this was a little more spicy. They spray it's like fucking aerosol, like Axe body spray, but for fucking hot peppers.
Put a hole through the damn table.
It's like a pepper gun, dude.
Like there's got to be some usefulness for that much pressure, pepper pressure.
No, it was just designed for women to keep rapists away, dude. Just
Oh
pepper spray.
wow, a lot of that on the podcast.
A lot of rape on the podcast. Oh, my God. We gotta
Jeebus.
stop talking about that.
Jeebus Beliebus. That's it, buddy.
You have no more in you.
Pepper sprayed.
Pepper sprayed. We fucking thank you for coming today.
Thank you for being a part of everything that's been a part of it all. Like and subscribe to the podcast, because if you didn't, we can't catch you.
If you made it this far, comment a chili pepper.
Yeah, let us know.
Prove
what do you
it.
think? Bear Mace pepper spray coming to a restaurant near you. Peace.